guys, my name is Dage and I'm here to give you 5 tips about how to live as a physically disabled teenager in Gen Z. Now, number 1, you need to dress accordingly to your disability. Like for example, if you have anything like a barrier and ostomy, it's best to wear something high-waisted or something with a belt. But you have to make sure it's not too tight because you don't want to cause an accident. Accidents can happen and it's perfectly okay, but sometimes you have to dress to be prepared for it. Number 2, things will be scary going into new environments and new schools. It's actually very terrifying. You can ask me. Especially whenever you don't know certain people, and then people just bug you about and not accepting your boundaries, like what's going on with this, or why do you have this? The best thing you need to do is just try to find a group and stick with it, and you do not have to explain your problems, your medical things to anyone if you don't want to. If you trust somebody, or if it's like someone who has you need to know your medical history, like your not just medical history, but if you're somebody who needs to know, like a teacher or a scout leader or a nurse or a doctor, then that's the person you should tell. But it's best to I'm not saying keep it to yourself, but if you want to, if it feels more comfortable, then only tell some people you trust. You do not owe an explanation to anybody about how you're born or what happened to you. You do not need to owe anybody an explanation. They should just be happy that you got here. Number 3, how to stand up for yourself. Sometimes people aren't really nice. Well, some people. So all you have to do is just breathe. And then, well, not saying that you have to start drama, because that's definitely a bad idea. But you should just calmly explain why it wasn't okay and how you should tolerate it. Like for example, whenever I'm in high school now, so people said some mean things about how I was born and how me and my friends were, and I said that it's not. The people shouldn't say things like that because they don't know where you've been. They won't last a day in your situation. So take pride in knowing that you have almost just as amount of power over them. Well, not over them, but you have just amount of power over them, if not more. Also, another thing that will help, with the bullying, is if someone's bullying you online, first, please tell a teacher. That's everything. You should always tell an adult if somebody's being mean to you. It doesn't matter who, what, how, what they're doing, what you're wearing, what they're doing, what's happening. You should be the hero and tell your teacher, because then they can actually solve a problem and get things better. What tip is it? Oh yeah. Number 4. What's number 4? Oh, sometimes situations get scary, and sometimes it can be stressful and overstimulating. Well, in that case, you should always bring some things that can help you in an environment. Like, for example, if you have a stress ball, or if you have headphones, or sometimes I like to bring my bunny around everywhere. This is Blue. He's kind of my support bunny, and one of my closest friends, and sometimes just like to pet him whenever things get too stressful. But if your school allows those laws, or that you can always bring an extra friend to school, like, like a bunny or whatever. And finally, number 5, it is okay to be different. I know people are mean and people like to say things, but that's because they are not familiar with it, and sometimes people just don't like things to understand. However, you don't have to change that. You can be the bigger person and you can educate them. You can if that's not, you can hold an assembly as to what things are. You can pull someone aside, and also, another thing, this has actually helped me in the 9th grade, and I really wish it helped me at middle school. Make sure that, well, what am I even saying? Oh yeah, this, people will say some really mean stuff about you and about how you were born, or what happened, but it's okay. It's okay to be different, and it doesn't matter what the heck you have going on. You're still beautiful. It doesn't matter what shape, what your body, it doesn't matter, things like your race, or your background, or ability, or gender identity, or expression. You're beautiful and you deserve love too. So, and it's scary, but someday you'll find a good group of friends, and once you stick with them, you'll learn that you're just like everyone else. But self-love isn't easy. So, with that being said, I, as your YouTube big sister, will let you know that I love you all too. See ya.